Okay, so welcome to your week 11, I believe, veto competition. Uh, you may remember that earlier on in the season, we had our 24-hour scavenger hunt. Uh, but this time, it's going to be a live scavenger hunt. So,
Hmm.
how this live hunt is going to work for each of you is you will each start with 3 lives. So, I will name an object that I want you to find, and you will have to run to get that object and show it to me on camera as fast as possible. So, you want to be the first person back. If you are the last person to bring back an object, you will lose a life. And additionally, if you are the first person to bring an object back, you will also choose another player besides the person who got last to also lose a life. So each round, 2 people will lose a life out of their 3. So with that, um, when you run out of lives, you are out of the competition, so you will have to turn off your camera during that time. You do have to leave your camera stationary, so like if you want to find a place to set your um,
Um,
camera up, because you will have to run uh, away from it, just so that you have a place.
I just want to say I live on the third floor. I'm gonna get a complaint today, so that's it.
Tiptoe. Um,
Fast.
Also, when it does get to 2 people, it's only going to be 1 life lost per thing. Once it's 3 people, the only person who doesn't lose a life is the person who comes back first. 2 people, it will brain. Uh, with 2 people, we take out the like choosing someone because you only have one person to choose, and so it's just the last person to bring it. Um, I will also say that uh, I will do a countdown of 3, 2, 1, go to find the stuff. If you leave before I finish my countdown, you will lose a life. To make it fair for everybody, like so that once we kind of get into that, things will be all fine and dandy with that. Are there any questions before we do get started?
Is Danny going to be counted as like the last person in the first 3 rounds, or is he just going to be completely not counted at all?
We're going to have to not count him at all,
Okay.
just because it he's physically not able to do it, and we're not able to get a hold of him in order to have him compete. Um, we did say at least that this would be at 1, and we also haven't gotten like a response at 1. We did push it back and didn't get a response, but if he also knew that this was at 1, we could have at least gotten a response then that we couldn't do it at 2. Um, if
Right.
that was going to be the case, and it is 2:20 at least in Eastern time, so I don't want to hold back anymore. Um, despite not necessarily wanting to give someone an unfair situation. Um, so all right, so it will just be between all of y'all here. Um, are there any other questions, or is everything all good there?
This is one of the times I'm like, well, why do I get myself into these games?
right?
But yeah.
Like my parents are trying to get ready to leave, and I'm like, just warning you guys, I gotta run around.
All right. Um, ooh, Jay, are you finding a place to put your thing? Okay, I'll give you a
Oh wait, do we
little.
need to have our microphones on, or do we have to have them off?
Either one, it does not
I don't want you to hear me
matter. You'll
thinking
at least
hard.
have to turn it on to say who you are choosing. But
Gotcha.
you can definitely keep them on or keep them off. It's up to you.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Jay for a sec. Jay, is everything good? All right, everything is good. All right, so I will start with our first item. Your first item will be a shoe in three,
Wait, what's the
two,
item? What's the
a
item? I didn't
shoe, a shoe
question.
in three, two, one, go. All right, Caleb was back first with it. Had it right there. Wow. Okay. Um Jacob, did you catch who came in last? Because
Eden
it
came in
seemed
right
close. It was
Jesse.
Caden?
Yes, the footwear was in frame before Jesse's was.
Footwear for Caden was in frame before Jesse's. So Jesse's last.
That's fine.
Okay. So because I did see both of them come in very soon after, so I knew it was between either one of you. Jesse, you do lose a point. So that mean or a life, so you do have 2 lives left. Caleb,
Fine.
since you did come back slightly before Chris, um, you get to choose someone who loses a life. I did not hear anything.
I did not hear that either.
Chris.
Chris? Okay, so Chris, you have lost a life, so you have 2 lives. And then we are on to our next item. So your next item will be a plate. So a plate in three, two, one, go. All right. Ooh, that was really close between Chris and Jay.
First,
Jacob, who did you say?
Jay.
I thought it was Jay as well. And then it looks like Jesse is our last person back. So,
That's fine.
all right. So Jesse, you have 1 life left.
Yeah.
And Jay, you get to choose who loses a life.
Chris.
All right. So with that, Chris and Jesse are down to their last lives. Our next one will be any physical media. So any physical media, this could be book, magazine, DVD, video game, anything like that. It's any bit of physical media. And you have 3, 2, 1, go. So I ooh, because Caleb and Jesse were very close.
I saw Caleb first.
I was gonna say I did see Caleb slightly before Jesse. Did you see who last?
I saw Chris last.
I did also see Chris last. So Chris, unfortunately, that does mean you are out of the game. If you turn off your camera. And Caleb, since you were the first back, please choose someone to lose a life.
Shout out to the Warriors series, first off. What a good series. Um, I'm gonna do Jesse. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm not a runner.
She's a runner, she's a track star. Um, all right, so with that, We are down to 3 people left, so this means that no matter what, 2 people will lose their lives, and 1 person will be getting a or not lose life. Your next object is a paper towel. So a paper towel in
It has
3.
to be a paper towel specifically, like a napkin, specifically a paper towel.
Um, Jacob, I saw you unmute for a
I
second.
was about to say, like, so, like, basically, you're asking if, like, a single paper towel would work, or you need the whole roll. Basically, what
No, I think he asked if a napkin would work for that.
your call, Heather.
I'll say it's fine because both do the same job. I will be okay with either one. So, yeah, so paper towel or napkin. Um, in 3, 2, 1, go. So with that, it does look like Caden was the last one. So Caden, you will be the last one there. So you do lose a life. Jay took a very paper towel looking napkin, to be quite honest. Out. So Jay does not lose a life. So Caleb does lose a life as well, because Jay would only have the option of choosing Caleb. The next one, which was a really fun one last season, you have to bring us a fruit. So bring us a fruit. In 3, 2, 1, go.
As someone who doesn't have fruit currently, I'm glad I'm out.
All right, Jay has brought it back first, a half banana. Caden has brought back cherries second, so Caleb does lose. Caleb loses a point automatically. I love Jay bringing a half banana. I will say last season we said fruit, and I think either no one brought it back or only one person brought it back, and we were like, oh, we thought this was a common household object.
So
So yeah, with that, Jay keeps his lives intact, and both Caleb and Caden are down to 1 life left. So with that, your next object is a coin. So you need to bring us a coin. In 3, 2, 1, go. Jay already had a coin, so that does actually complete. I don't know how you just stood there and had a coin.
The hell?
Like a magician, my guy was like, "Yo, there's something behind your ear." Just pulled out a nickel or whatever the hell.
Jay literally just didn't move except brought up the coin. Which is super fun. So congrats, Jay. You have won this power of veto. Um,
Congrats,
so
Jen.
yeah. All right. So I know we have very few people left here in this game. So we still can give an hour for Veto and their ceremony, just in case you do want to go and talk to people, but we can, like always, we can always have it earlier. And then we can also discuss stuff that for later on as well. So I'm going to stop the recording for now.